So here I have a different type of problem. This one is going to be what we call a special problem. A special problem occurs when you start solving, you'll notice that all the variable terms disappear. So when you solve and there is no more variable terms, you're going to get a special answer. Now, from looking at this, you're not going to see that it's a special answer. What you're going to have to do is just treat it like a regular problem. Where's the equal sign? Draw your line. Simplify. Do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have any like terms? Coefficient, variable, constant? No. Let's look on the other side. Do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have any like terms? Variable, constant, variable. So we do. These two match. Circle the item and its sign. So this is a positive and this is a negative. Remember, if you don't see a number here, you can slip in a 1. So 4x versus 1x, we can subtract to get 3x. Who wins the tug of war? 4 players versus 1 player. 4 has more players, so it's going to be team positive here. And then this plus 1, you can bring down. Since there's nothing we can do over here, you can bring this down. We're done simplifying. Now that we got it done simplifying, let's do the labeling step. And you can probably realize, we got a problem. The labeling step says label the variable side first, and notice that both sides have x's. But then when I try to say, well, what side has the higher coefficient? Notice this is a positive 3, this is a positive 3. They're the same. This might be your clue that this is going to be a special answer. If you didn't realize that these are the same coefficients, let's say you labeled this side variable and then labeled this side constant. When you do that and you start moving things, like this -5 needs to move over to the positive side. Opposite of negative would be positive. These cancel out. +1, +5, they're two constants. They're the same label, so add. Who wins the tug of war? 5 players, so it's going to be a +6. When we move this 3x, because it's not a constant to this side, notice what happens. The opposite is negative. Whatever I do to the right-hand side, I have to do to the left. These are additive inverses to get you 6. But these are additive inverses as well. They're going to cancel out altogether to be nothing. So when you have 0 equals 6, notice you don't even have a variable left. No variable means that you have a special answer. Now there's 2 types of special answers out there. There is something that we know as an identity, and there's something that's known as a contradiction. A contradiction just means that you have a false statement. Notice 0 is not the same thing, it's not equal to 6. This is a contradiction. When you have a contradiction, I hate to say, that's not your final answer. The final answer is this. Once you realize that this is not true, this is false, we're going to say our final answer is no solution. No solution means that there is no value that we could plug in to the original problem for x to make this a true statement. No matter what, it's always going to give us a contradiction. If you plug in a 1, if you plug in a 0, if you plug in a 2, a -2, you're never going to get the left side matching the right-hand side. So how do I know this was a special answer? we treat it as a regular solving equation problem, but there'll be hints. Either the left side and the right hand side have the same coefficient for the variables, or if you didn't know that, when there's no variables left, when they all get disappeared, then that's how you know you're going to get a special answer. Notice that I did not say 3x, negative 3x is x. When you have the same items but opposite signs, everything cancels out. So I don't want anyone to put 0x or x equals 6. This is gone. Nothing equals 6, no variable, special answer. Since it's a false statement, don't say contradiction. That's what the book says. Your answer is going to be no solution. Okay. We're going to do another one with the second type. But for right now, relook at this to understand that anytime that the left side doesn't equal the right hand side and there's no variables, you have no solution as your final answer.